Disclaimer, just because I'm making a video about similarities doesn't mean that I think one is a ripoff of the other. In fact, in my last video I actually spoke about how Marvel Rivals taking inspiration from Overwatch is totally fine, and it's actually a good thing for Overwatch to have a competitor like this. I genuinely enjoyed both games, so this is in no way a shot at anyone. In fact, if you want to try it out, then put this code into Steam and it's all yours. First come first serve, of course. And don't worry, there'll be more codes throughout this entire video, so make sure to stick around if you want one. But yeah, let's begin with Bruce Banner, or the Hulk. Once you defeat the Hulk, he turns into this little baby. Kinda like D.Va from Overwatch once you demech her. Now, the actual Hulk gameplay is nothing like D.Va gameplay at all, but Hulk's jump and his ult kinda do remind me of Winston's Leap and Primal Rage. Next up is Venom. Now, I didn't see it at first, but after actually playing him, he is kind of similar to Wrecking Ball, especially with the grapple and the slam. He even has adaptive shields. That said, I know that a grapple ability is pretty generic, plus it is in like every single Spider-Man game, but I just thought they were similar as all. Next up is one that is kinda a stretch, but I've seen a lot of people say it, so I thought I would include it. The primary fire and the rock are kinda similar, I agree. Plus they both have shields and fly up to ult, although their ults are nothing alike. Magneto also has these bubbles that are similar to Zarya's. Speaking of stretches, I actually disagree with people that say that Punisher is just a soldier copy. They're both literally just generic shooter characters, which is expected. I even saw someone say that his ult is a Mauga copy, but it's literally just dual machine guns. Another generic thing, so I don't know. This next one's interesting. It's Iron Man and Pharah. He does have an ability that kinda resembles Echo's beam, but for the most part, his kit is most similar to Pharah's. And now the one that I've seen everywhere, which is Moira and Wanda, because of their lock-in beam thingies. Wanda is a DPS and Moira is a support, but both of their primary fires do charge up their secondary fire. They both also have Fade-like escape abilities, but Wanda's is a lot slower. Plus, Wanda has a lot more verticality. Next is Star-Lord, and he's probably my fave character in this game to play, all because of his resemblance to Tracer. Like, I mean this in the best way possible, but no game has ever given me the same feeling that playing Tracer does, and Star-Lord is probably the closest that it's ever been. He also has an ability that looks like Reaper ult, but if anything, Spider-Man's ult is more similar to Reaper's. Star-Lord's ult is more like Soldier's, just a generic aimbot. Next up is Rocket, who reminds me of Bap. A strong primary fire with healing ball secondary fire. That's really about it, to be honest. Rocket does have a res like Mercy's, but, well, it actually isn't anything like Mercy's. it comes from a drone. And Rocket's ult is just another shooter generic team power boosting, most similar to Orisa's old Bongo ult. Speaking of Mercy and old Overwatch though, there is a mass res ult in this game, and it's from Adam. Mantis is a speedy support who has an AoE extra health shield ult, kinda like that one Frogger character. Next up is Luna Frost, who I love. In the first alpha test, I kinda thought she was like Ana with the healing shots and a CC ability that ends with damage. But since then, Juno was announced, and I can't lie, they're both very similar, especially with the burst fire healing shots and the AoE damage boosting ult. And last is probably the most beloved Marvel Rivals character, Jeff. Jeff is a support, and although his healing piss is similar to how Moira's piss works, he reminds me more of another Gremlin character that also goes underground. They both also have pretty similar weapons. But yeah, that's all for now. If you made it this far, then as usual, I love you. Oh, and if you were able to get a code, then congrats. Let me know about it in the comments. Bye for now.